also need a boo that's about that action, and when she gets upset, she don't resort to nagging.
You see, one thing about as a man, you have to understand with women, most women are mentally unstable. And this is something I said on my older channel. Most women are mentally unstable, very emotional, because their body, like their different cycles they go through. And I don't know too much about this, but a female can tell you more about it. The follicular, luteal or whatever, ovulation, etc., PMDD, whatever it is, right? So it's kind of not their fault because, like they have those processes going on, but most women are mentally unstable. I believe that they only have like 1 week out the month where they act normal, when none of those processes is going on to where they can act normal for 1 week. So you only have 1 week of a woman acting normal. So that means the other 3 weeks they're gonna act an ass all 21 fucking days. And I understand why they do that. It's not their fault, but at the same time, I just don't want to deal with that shit. I understand your vagina's bleeding, so you're irritated and all of this, but I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. Honestly, I'm really not. That's why it's kind of best to like have your own place and have the woman stay somewhere else, and y'all maybe talk here and like visit here and there. Because dealing with a woman that's always that always is bitchy all the time, that shit's annoying. Bitchy over the smallest shit. You can ask a woman, hey, could you pass me the fork, right? Can you pass me that salt? Well, why can't you get the salt yourself? What am I, your slave? What am I? Get it, do it yourself. Who do you think you are? And they make a big deal. It's like, bro, I just asked, can you just pass me the salt? What the hell you know what I'm saying? Like, damn. Women are fucking annoying, dude. Real talk, bro. Like, now obviously if you just see a woman just like, now I'm not saying like if you just see a girl that if she's a clerk at Walmart, she scans your stuff and you going about your business. I'm talking about when you really get comfortable with a woman and you're around her all the time, bro, because you live with her, they get fucking annoying. Every little thing irritates them. You can't do anything without like, bro, I'm not even doing nothing. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, bro, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's like, bro, I just wish I could make women differently. Like, I wish I could create my own woman. Like, okay, I want her to look like this, act like this, do this. I wish I could create my own woman, or I had like a fucking GPS where I can find where that girl is located at, so I can try to talk to her, bro. I mean, I understand no one's perfect. No one's gonna be perfect, so I understand that, but man, bro, I'm telling you, bro, this shit is annoying. You know, you may tell a girl, hey, I'm finna go to the barbecue. You want to come along? You want to come to the barbecue with me? I'm finna go to the barbecue. You know what I'm saying? You want to tag along? No, I'm good. All right. So you go by yourself, or you go with someone else. You get back, and she'll be like, oh, I bet you was talking to some other bitches, wasn't you? He was like, no, I was just eating some ribs and some fucking coleslaw. Oh, no, you not. You lying ass nigga. You talking to other bitches. Ah! I'm telling you, women will literally do some stupid shit like that. I'm telling you. So that's why I say, like, even though, like, I want a woman, I understand what comes with a woman. Even though, like, I want the intimacy and all of that, I know what comes with it. Everything has its pros and cons and its duality. You want some pussy from a woman? All right, there you go. But guess what? Once you give a woman your dick, bruh, that's gonna start playing. She's gonna start tripping the fuck out. She's gonna become attached to you, and she's gonna be stuck to you like flies on shit. And everything you do, she's gonna be just all over you. Where you going? Who you with? Who that? Who that? Who that? Who that? Oh man, so yeah, man, women can be fucking annoying, dude. Beautiful creatures, beautiful. You look at a woman like, damn, that girl fine than a motherfucker. God, you know. All of us seen a woman before where we like, God damn, that girl beautiful. You know, we all have seen that before, whether in person or online. Like, oh my God. But guess what? All women, every single one, comes with some bullshit. Well, every single human being got some cons about them. No one's perfect. That's not just women. We all got some flaws about us. But women, bro, at least in my experience, they're just fucking annoying, bro. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, who's the most annoying person? Is this one? It was some dudes I met that was annoying, but man, bro, mad about every damn thing, turning something small into something big. Hey, can you just pass me the salt? Well, why can't your ass do it? I'm like, bro, trying to start arguing just because you asked her, can you just pass her the salt? Can she pass you the salt? Because she's sitting right next to her. Hey, can you just pass me? It's like, bro, come on, man. And I get it. Their shit's all fucking up, but it's like, bro. But thing is, why don't you hear women snapping at their boss and yelling at their boss and all of that? It kind of seems like they know who to do that with. But I don't know. Maybe because they can control it at work for 8 hours, but there's a limit to how long they can control it. I don't fucking know, man. But you don't really hear. See, because a female can have a shitty boss, and even though and that's the thing, you know. So people, men and women cohabitate after a while because, you know, they want the person always next to them, you know. If y'all don't live together, see, there's pros and cons to cohabitation. The pros is y'all are always around each other all the time. That could be a con depending on depending on the person. That can be a con depending on the person. But the pros is you're always around each other all the time. You know, y'all can split the bills and stuff like that as well. You know, y'all can protect each other because y'all both live together. Y'all can protect each other. And yeah, just like Wes said, I agree. It's not just the man's job to protect the woman. Y'all should both be protecting each other. So I agree with Wes when he said that in one of his videos. Yeah, I agree with that. And yeah, the cons is, you know, sometimes when you're always around a person, they start to take you for granted, or maybe even you start to take them for granted. But you know, but that I don't really do that. I don't take no one for granted, you know, because I understand that finding a good person is rare. So I ain't gonna take no good person for granted because I know it's rare. If it was abundant, maybe I would, but because I know it's rare, I'm not doing it. So y'all may start taking each other for granted because they're always around you. Y'all may get on each other's nerves because y'all like to do things in your own different way. Stuff like that. But I don't know. I don't see myself doing any more cohabitation anytime soon in the future because I don't got time to hear no woman's mouth nagging at me all day long, bitching about small things that's not worth to be bitching about. You know, I don't need to hear all that. You know, I don't have time to hear illogical arguments that, because most of the time when I speak to, I'm not saying I'm always right, but majority of the time when a girl is getting upset with me, most of the time I'm right. And I'm hitting her with logical facts. Logical, not no fucking random shit that she's making up in her own mind. Logical things. Logical. Women, when they argue, it's all emotion. It makes no damn sense. Right? Oh, I bet you was at a bitch house, wasn't you? No, I was not. Yeah, you was. And you'll say no. You have my location. You know. You'll say no. I just went to the store to just grab. No, I was only gone for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Well, that's enough time to go to a bitch house and do this and do that. It's like, bro, I went to the store. The drive from the house to the store is like 5 minutes. I went in, grabbed the carton of milk, and got right out and came right back. No, you lying. So that's why you don't argue with a girl, because women just don't know how to shut the fuck up. That's one thing about women that irritates me. They just can't shut the fuck up, dude. They just keep on blah, 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 blah. They give you a headache, bro. You know, that's why I don't try to argue with them. Sometimes you just want to cuss them the fuck out because they just can't shut the fuck. Like, sometimes you just want to cuss them the fuck out, but you know that's getting out of character as a man. You know, it's getting out of character as a man. But when you live with the woman, it's hard to not say nothing because you live with the motherfucker. So it's like damn. You live with the motherfucker. But it's different if you had your own crib. You can just walk out and go to your own crib. You know. But yeah, I ain't dealing with that shit, man. Women always fucking nagging the shit out you. That's why I ain't doing no more cohabitation. That's over with. Doing no more cohabitation. If you can't be respectful, and if you have a concern about something, you sit down, you say what you have to say without nagging, without yelling. If you can't do that, you can take your ass somewhere else. I ain't hearing that shit all day. Real talk. If I have an issue with someone, I don't just I don't do all that. I say, yo, hey man, I got a problem real quick. You mind if I holler at you real quick? And I voice my concern without yelling, without nagging. Right? I also give them a chance to speak. I just don't keep talking over somebody. If there's a problem I have, I let the other person speak. Women, they won't even let you say nothing. You say, okay, so they'll say, and you say, okay, well, this is what happened. Shut up, you liar, nigga, you a liar. And then they walk off and slam the fucking door. I don't got time to do stuff like that, because at the end of the day, I'm the king around this bitch, right? I'm the great messiah around this bitch. That's why I don't deal with too many women, because they disrespectful. They don't understand that they're in the presence of the great messiah. They don't give a fuck about that. They gonna run their motherfucking mouth and act on bullshit. That's why I don't. So that's why, even though I do desire a woman, that's why sometimes I try to fight my desire, because I understand these women out here are fucking annoying. That's why I try to fight that desire. Even though that video I made called Sexual Frustration, yes, it would be nice to sleep with some women, but we'll sleep with a woman, but I know it's most likely it's gonna come with some shit that I'm not gonna like. So sometimes I just try to fight my desires. Like, hey, fight that shit, man, because it's not worth it. But that's all I gotta say. I'm out.